Welcome. This is Devil Dog underscore 88. All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Let me make sure I got my volume up. There we go. Good evening, Norma. Good to have you. Sleuth Fairy. Hello. Hey, Devil Dog. What's going on, Sleuth Fairy? Good to have you. Thank you for being here. Just giving it a couple minutes to let everybody get in the house, especially all the devil pups. Bill is in the house. Good to have you, Bill. Let everybody come on in. Welcome in. Spread the word, DD. This is all your all's channel here, all you devil pups. Melissa, hey, what's going on? Carolina Girl. Good evening, everybody. Bill, thanks, DD. You got it, my friend. Thank you. So today's going to be an interesting topic today. Now, I will say this is an opinion and a theory. That's all it is because we don't know. I don't know. But it does make sense. It really does when we have this conversation. Just got to have an open mind, everybody. Melissa, hey, Norma, Bill, April, Sleuth Berry. And everybody else who are just watching. If you like the live, you might want to subscribe to Devil Dog underscore 88. Here we just try to give you as much as we can figure out and find out. All right, all right. Well, I think that's enough. All right, let me start out by saying thank you to everybody. Thank you, Gronsky, for the donation. Gronsky sent a PayPal donation. I just want to tell Gronsky specifically thank you. Thank you to all of you who have given. We just got a message back from the AdSense on our site and everything. It's now in process, so it should be any day they're going to go ahead and get it back to where it's at. So we just got that information today. Just want to share that with you all. All right, all right. Good to have you, April. Okay, so I was watching a couple of streamers. Awesome. I was watching a couple of streamers, and one of them was Doug Northport, Doug Gone Live Northport, who I usually watch because I like that individual. And the other one was our own dearly 857. And that was early on. This person was mentioned, and he actually did a kind of like a quick video with him. This was the 7th day the seventh day is when this guy pulled up, and luckily for us, 857 captured us, and it really kind of made sense. So I thought, you know what? Let me try to expand a little bit more on this. But shout outs to Doug, Gone Live, Northport, and also 857. Appreciate you. So this individual hasn't really been talked about a lot, but we're going to talk about him. We're not going to say he's the bad guy. We're not going to say he's the one. We're just going to say he's could be a person of interest, or it could just be a great conversation. Do you all remember this individual? These are only opinions, theories, and ideas. April, I hope Lily makes it here. Do you all remember this individual? By any chance? Let me give you another picture of him. Maybe this one would help out. Any of you remember this individual? 857 interviewed him on the 7th, on February the 7th. And it was just for like a quick little blurb. He was driving by and he stopped. 857, asked him some questions. You know, he was talking about his channel, so forth and so forth. Okay, let me see what we got here. Norma 857, Carolina girl. I saw that clip earlier today. I have forgot about, but he does act suspicious. Well, we're going to get into that. We are going to get into that. So at least a couple of you might know not know who it is, because I don't know who it is. I tried looking this guy up, try to use the picture, you know, how you can Google it and AI it and all that, and I could not get anything. This is him again. I want you guys to get this in your memory. Look at that mustache. He just shaved. Freshly shaved when he came by here. Okay? Let's see if I can find you one more that's a little bit more clear. You can see when he lets it grow out, he has a beard and he does have a mustache. He has a goatee. But right there, he's clean shaven. That is a fact. He's clean shaven right there. Fan, hey, Devil Dog, Justice for Nancy, April, Cheryl Johnson. Welcome in, Cheryl. Good to have you. Austin, Park Rapids, Minnesota. All right. So, I'm going to keep this picture. Yeah, let's go with this picture here because, okay, this one right here. And they all matter. They're all different little types of expressions that he has. And we're going to fill in the blank. Once again, I want to give kudos out to 857 because he's the one that did this little interview. 857, thank you so much. We're just using his picture and some of the things that he had said. Also, Dave, going live, Northport. Want to give him his shout out. All right. So now we go from here. So this guy pulls up after Nancy has gone missing. And this was done literally February the 7th. February the 7th. Hello all, buckle up. New person of interest. Absolutely. So this guy pulls up and he happens to go right by 857, and 857 is doing what he always does. He's filming everything from the beginning to the end. And he sees the guy stop, and 857 asks him a few questions. The first thing this guy says is, "Are you from TMZ?" TMZ, he asked. Now, you could say, "Are you from Fox? Are you Are you from ABC News? Are you from CNN? But he picks TMZ. Now, I get it. TMZ was the one that got the ransom letter. I get that wholeheartedly. But this guy doesn't strike me as a person who watches TMZ. Okay? He just doesn't strike me. I'm sorry. In my opinion, he doesn't strike me as somebody who watches TMZ. So that kind of got kind of like, So then, after 857 says no, he says, I'm with YouTube. Then what ends up happening is that he said, can you make me famous? This is the person that we're talking about. Can you make me famous? Vanessa's in the house. Good to have you, Vanessa. Appreciate you being here. Bill, he says, can you make me famous? And he has a little smirk, it was just a little shy little remark, can you make me famous? He sees everybody there. All the news media's out there. You guys know, you guys have seen it. No name with this guy, Carol. We don't have a name yet. We're trying to figure it out, but we do not have a name. Hello, Vanessa. Good to have you. So, in that process, he says, can you make me famous? Being, a little slide. TMZ, red flag, in my opinion, and no doubt. Because all the news stations are there, right? Everybody has heard of Fox. Even NBC and CNN and so forth and so forth. But this guy asked about TMZ. And I just showed you his picture again. He does not look like a guy that I would consider that he would be watching TMZ. Just my opinion. Don't have any, maybe he's a big fan of Harvey Levin. I don't know. But I just don't think that he would be somebody that would be watching that. So that was a red flag for me. Okay? Red flag because it just seemed kind of odd. Gut, when I'm watching this, I'm thinking, man, this is a gut feeling telling me this is just kind of doesn't look right. He is very weird, Vanessa, no doubt. So, 857 starts having small talk with him. And you got to remember, the perp always does what? He always comes back to the scene of the crime. They always do. They want to know what kind of attention they're getting. They want to know what's happening. They want to know if they can hear anything. They want to know what's going on. Not saying he's a perp. I'm just saying that's usually what perps do. They come out of nowhere. This guy, nice, clean shaven. You can see where he has a mustache and a goatee, but he is clean shaven at this current moment. When we showed you the picture, Trisha, so odd. No doubt about it, Trisha. Welcome in. If you like the live, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. So, let's talk about some of his comments. I told you the first one. Are you TMZ? Out of all the outlets, like we said, why would you pick TMZ? I mean, you're not a watcher of TMZ, in my opinion. I'm just guessing. That's just an opinion of mine. You in CNN last night? No. Can you make me famous? Now, I want you guys to look at his eyes. Let me see if I can find a little better picture than this one. Because I want you to look at his eyes. Yeah, this one right here. Look at them eyes. Those eyes look very familiar. I'm not going to say where, just look very familiar. Let's see if I can lower it down a little bit. You can see that eyes right there. You see that chin. Well, you can't see the chin on that one, but you can see the eyes. So let me get his chin in there. Look at that. Even had a little Probably a couple 48 hours shadow there. Okay, you can't see his eyes there, but you can see that pointy chin. Okay. This may be a better picture. Okay. But the best one for the eyes is going to be that one right there. Look at those eyes. All right. So now you guys see what his eyes look like. Absolutely a great day. Absolutely. No criminal network. Laughing out loud. That guy is suspicious, says Mancat. Looks like Kalela. Kalela's a little bit more distinguished, but you're right. He's got a little bit of a look like that, Trisha. But we know Kalela where he's at. Bill, why take the risk? Just turn on any channel back then, right? No doubt. No doubt. Vanessa, and one eye goes inward like perp, in my opinion, says Vanessa. Well said. Look at that nose structure. Now you can't see the eyes here, but here's another one I want you to see. Okay, we want to be marking these down as we go. Just so I know I covered them. Look at, where is it at? Let's see. Look at them pretty eyebrows. Nice and neat. Corner to the tip. See them eyebrow? Look at them eyebrows. Now, he does not here have that little gap on that upper lip. Maybe it grew. Maybe, but see that? But look at that eyebrows, how nicely they're done. Mike, there are pictures of that guy with a mask on from 2 weeks ago on one of the YouTubers' channels. This was filmed by 857 when he had a conversation with him on the 7th of February. This was also brought up by someone that I follow, which is, and giving his props like I have been, is Doug Gone Live Northport. Melissa, who's that guy? Not sure. Another suspect for the list, says Manex. Carolina girl, the list is endless at this point. Bill, true. Very nice looking eyebrows, I must say. Manicured, probably. It's possible. Look at that. Okay. Now, we're there now. You with me so far? Adeline, guess who just found out their general fluid this person did? Okay. So we cover the eyebrows. You guys would agree that there's some similarities there, right? In my opinion. I don't know about your all's opinion. Suzanne said 857 needs to give the picture to the FBI. I agree. Welcome in, Suzanne. Adeline. Fan, does he play in a band? I've got no clue who this guy is. It's just a person of interest. That's all. Just someone we're talking about because he happened to be at the scene, and 857 just happened to go ahead and get a little tidbit interview. The eyebrows are crazy, says Adeline. Surely this needs to be sent to the FBI. You would think they already had it, but you're right. You're right. All information is good information. Way too DD, man. Has got to add them to the list, then eliminate from the list. Absolutely. That's how you do it. One by one, get rid of all that people that have nothing to do with it, and hopefully you'll come down to somebody where you can actually focus on. This is just all opinions. Understand that. This is just a theory and idea. A song in my heart's in the house, everybody. Surely he showed after the before per video release, plus his odd questions. Questions again. Are you with TMZ? Ted's dad says, song says Ted's dad. No, I don't think so. But I'm not even going to put that out there. Ted's dad will be getting phone calls. Manex, hi, April. Jody's in the house, everybody. The oddest is him bringing up TMZ. No doubt about it. Click that like, everybody. Hit that heart. Hit that emojis. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Do me that favor, please. Right. Plus, what do the neighbors think? We're going to get to that. So then, the question becomes, are you with TMZ? And then it's, can you make me famous? And he's just chumming, right? He's just chumming along. He's playing it kind of safe. Freshly shaved, mustache, goatee. In my opinion, very clean cut. Eyebrows nicely done. The dude is strange, no doubt about it. He looks like he could have been a Hispanic, but I don't think so, because when you hear him talk, and when you hear a phone call that he gets coming in, it's not Spanish, because I can speak Spanish. It's not Spanish. It's not Mexican. It's more like Middle Eastern, if you will. For a better lack of words, it sounds to me like it could be very much Middle Eastern. And I've been to the Middle East, so that's why I'm saying it's that type of verbiage that I think that's what it sounds like. But I could be wrong. Just my opinion. Shirley says, his eyes. How are the neighbors doing, Manhex? BG good to see you. Good to see you, BG. Never seen anyone talk about this guy. Wonder why. Shirley, Middle Eastern. That's my opinion because I heard the voice and it does sound Middle Eastern to me, but that's just me. I've been to the Middle East in the military, in combat. I do know a little bit about how they sound. Hello, DD and everyone. My apologies, I'm late. No problem, Mel. Catch up. You'll be fine. Bill, attention seeker, maybe. Could be. I think he is Arabic, in my opinion, says Vanessa. That's where I'm headed. Middle Eastern. Trisha, you're not thinking the one dude, are you? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You know where I'm going. Manex, friend of Zach. Very possible. I mean, Zach's from Jordan. I'm just saying, very possible. Just an opinion. That's all we're saying. These are just opinions and ideas we're throwing out there. Mike, the guy was in Las Vegas with Alex Angel no, I don't think so, Mike. I didn't see this guy out there. I don't even know who this guy is. Trickles, huh? Yeah, I watched a little bit of it and I didn't see this guy at all. Sorry, Arabian, yes. April, please like and subscribe. Norma, hello, Manex. Now, when he's there talking with 857, okay, some of the things that he asked are very odd. He gives a little peace sign. Hey, make me famous, right? Now you say, well, what does that matter? It doesn't. It just goes with the whole idea of the narrative. the narrative. Look how he cups his hand. Remember, the porch guy had a cup hand? He cups it just naturally. In every picture I got, he has that hand cupped. Yeah, the guy with Alex was Ted Investigates. Correct. Not this guy. Thank you very much, Jody. Appreciate that. You see that hand? It's just naturally cupped. Trying to get this light away. See that hand? Naturally cupped. Now, that's not to say that's a lot of evidence. That's just part of it. It's like he just has that familiarity, the familiarness of doing that. The cup hand. Remember the claw, as they say? He's got a claw hand. That's what that one guy was saying. Whatever his name was, I can't even think of his name. He's so long ago. All right, let me read some of these real quick, guys. Sub Doug, thank you, Trisha. Appreciate you. Trisha just subbed. Norma, yes, great job, DD. Mike, it's not Ted, so please stop with the nonsense. Thank you, April. Vanessa, I believe the guy who he was talking to on the phone was speaking Arabic. There you go, Vanessa. There you go. I agree. Definitely a Middle Eastern. Very, very agree. On the guy with Alex, Ted from Ted Investigates, that's not Ted there. Exactly. That's not Ted. L. No, most definitely isn't, Jody, says L. Norma, hello, 1985. Norma, wow, very interesting. L, hello, Norma, good to see you. Mannix, Baron Van Claw. The cup. The just the way he has his hand. We do not bash or accuse other streamers here. One warning will be timeout. Thank you. Well said. Thank you. Guys, this is just information. Run with it how you will, but just have an open mind to see how this whole fits in the puzzle. That's all you got to do. That's the whole reason I'm giving you guys this information. I couldn't care if anybody liked or disliked. It's just giving you guys this information, everybody. I will have Damien from 857 send you a message. Proof. Okay, that is Ted. This is not Ted. This is not Ted. But you can do that, Mike. Thank you. Cat Lady, that's the guy. Appreciate the comment, by the way. Cat Lady, that's the guy who carried a photo album about it. I remember right. Yes, 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 yes. The photo album. Thank you. That was the guy that had the photo album. But he didn't want to show nobody because he didn't know who he could trust. Remember that? I know you remember that. He didn't know who he could trust. They wanted to see this photo album. But he didn't know who he could trust. He couldn't trust anybody. Not even the cops is what he said, or something about law enforcement. He gets a text message as 857 is talking to him. And that's when you hear that voice from a different country. I'm saying a different, maybe not a different country, but you hear that, just that voice. You hear it. Okay, that's the only way I can put it. I remember him talking to 857. Thank you, Cat Lady. And I do remember as well. I just didn't put that together. Thank you so much for Doggone Live Northport. No doubt. because that's why I started looking at this a little bit closer. The photo album, yes. Surely it's a Ray-Ban. It needs to be clipped and interpreted, no doubt. That is a fact, Shirley. Well said. California Girl says, oh, I must have missed that photo album part. Yeah, he had that photo in his hand. When he later on, when he got out, there was a guy walking around with a photo album or some sort. And he didn't want to show anybody anything because he didn't trust anybody. L says, I personally have never seen this guy before. Violet Sky, that isn't Ted. 857 was talking about this guy last night. Yes, that is not Ted. Oh, I didn't know if 857 was talking to this guy last night. I heard Northport, and 857 did talk to this individual back on February the 7th. It could open the case we need. This is just an opinion and a theory, guys. That's all it is. L, he drove around Nancy's all the time, says Cat Lady. Shirley, a Rayback. Manix, I missed that photo album portion. Click that like, everybody. There's 57 people in here, and we have no... Let's click that like. Let's make it happen. Do me that favor real quick. Hit the hearts, hit the likes, hit the emoji. Let's get that algorithm going. Thank you. L says, Cat Lady, from the beginning, who first spotted him? From the very beginning, who first spotted him? That was 857 that did an interview. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. 857 doing a small clip interview with him as he was driving by the first time. So then, give me a second, just reading my notes. $857 asked him something about, oh, so are you just here because of what's going on with Nancy Guthrie or something to that effect? And the guy said, oh, well, no, I deliver over there. I deliver a package. So at that time, maybe we just thought, maybe even subconsciously, I just thought he was like an Uber or a somebody who's delivering a package. Violet says, Ellie had a list of foreign names showing gun shops several months ago. They did, and we actually did a live on that. Cat Lady, L, he made himself known asking questions. Exactly. That was his mistake. Surely, well, in my opinion, it wasn't necessarily a mistake, but that's what got our attention, my attention, when I started looking at this closely. Before Perp, I see released. L, Cat Lady, very interesting. Lily's in the house. Hi, 1985. If you are new, get in while it's getting because you need to be a part of this channel. We just try to give you what we can figure out or what we can, new information that we can bring to you. This is a person of interest who has not been talked about. We are talking about it this evening. Thanks for being here. Well said. Shirley, no, he has Uber Eats. I don't know if he was Uber Eats or if he ate Uber. I don't know. I'm just telling you how everything sounds so and looks so plausible. That's it. Thanks, Shirley and Cat Lady. Hello, Lily. Fan with the hearts. Lily, hi, April. L, 1985, hello, fan. April, Lily, welcome. Thanks for coming here. Shirley, the Arabic dude was telling him what to say. Yes, Shirley. Yes. It was almost like exactly that's what he was doing. It was like he was telling him, ask this question or say this or don't say that. I don't know that to be factual because I don't speak that language, but it is very possible. We would know more if we could get this thing transcribed, interpreted. Manix, Fanflower, and Lily. April, thumbs up for DD. Hey, thumbs up to literally Damon 857. and Doug gone live Northport, no doubt about it. Cat Lady, I may be old, but I focus on this case very close. Thank you, Cat Lady. Shirley, yes, because he forgot what he was saying to 857 exactly. You're exactly right, Shirley. He did. Cat Lady, not old, you are wise. L, we value everyone's opinion on this channel. Happy to have all of you here. Click that like. Click that like if you're new, subscribe. So, he tells 857, he says something to the effect of, he basically, 857 asks him, he tells him he delivered a package and he points like over there. And then 857 says, oh, okay. And then the guy says, so, and he's got this little, I don't know, he's got this little cheesy grin, I guess is the best way to put it. And I'm going to show you the cheesy grin. Okay? He's got this little cheesy grin here. Watch. This little cheesy grin. See that little cheesy grin? He's got that little cheesy grin there. Now, you're out here looking, you're talking to somebody who's out here, and they're trying to find literally where is Nancy Guthrie. And this little guy here, or this guy here, comes over, starts acting really suspicious, meets the eye criteria, meets the chin criteria, meets that chin, how it goes down, comes down. Very well kept clean. You can see he's got his little eyebrows going, looking pretty good. Ask the question, are you from TMZ? Can you make me famous? Interesting, right? Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm just telling you what I would look at if I was somebody who was processing this case as an officer, or if I was just looking into my experience. That's what I would see. This guy does fit the billet. Okay, this guy is definitely something I want to write down and get the information. Voices of Lori. That was for sure suspicious. No doubt about it. Thank you, Voices of Lori. Violet. Odd. He wanted to know if TMZ was there. Out of all the news channels, TMZ, hey, that guy doesn't look like he watches TMZ in my opinion. Okay? Let's move on. Shady, we need translation, says Shirley. No doubt, without a doubt. But then, you remember that cheesy grin I just showed you, right? I want you to look at it again, that little cheesy grin. Right after that, he asks 857, he says, how do the neighbors feel? How do the neighbors feel? Okay? He's got the little cheesy grin. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. He says, how does the neighbors do? What is our neighbor saying? How do they feel? Now I'm going to show you. This is now the look that he has right after he says, how do the neighbors feel? And you know why he has this little grin? And then he goes into this serious mode? Like, oh. Because 857 says something to the effect to him that there's some neighbors that were giving some tips. They were giving out some tips on who could have done this, or something to that effect about neighbors giving tips. And his little grin went from a shitty grin to that grin, to that look. Oh shit. That's a oh shit. Hey, what do the neighbors think? How do they feel? Oh, well, some of the neighbors, I think, were giving some tips. And then that grin went to, oh shit. Think about that. Nothing happens by accident, folks. 77 watching, guys. Smash that like button. Do me that favor. We got 87 in the house. Magnets, call to prayer. Yep, 857 clues. Shirley. Oh my, says L. Trisha scared. That's a look like, damn it, man. How did they know? Who could have solved this? That's what I got out of it. Okay? That's what I got out of it. Was that look went from to a, like a deer in the headlights, like, oh shit. Voices, that's the old crap look. Trisha scared. April, DD is former law enforcement. He knows body language. That I do. Thank you very much, April. That I do. Shirley, that's right. Dead giveaway. He went from an instant smile. How do the neighbors feel? Oh, and then 857 says, well, I think there was one or a couple that gave tips. And he went, just like, shit, like, where did that come from? Vanessa, 100% DD. Cat Lady, he wasn't around for long, though. I don't know where he ended up. He got out in ghosts. That's what he did. He got out and got out quickly. Shirley, can we make out his plate? I looked at that, Shirley. I could not make out the plate. But, somebody may have that plate number. I will look more into that. Believe me. There's my email. If you got any questions or anything you want to pass, hey, deliver it to me. If you think I'm not giving something accurate, by all means, please tell me. I want to know. Thank you for putting that up, Al. If you want to help the channel and you want to be a part of the channel, please. It's not necessary, but greatly appreciated. Shirley, remember that was before Porch Guy picture. That was before because the Porch Guy picture was released on the 10th. This guy was on the 7th. Yes. Bill, could be. Very well could be. The man looks closer to the perp than anyone I've seen up till now, says L. Marianne, I am here. Good to have you, Marianne. L, hello, Marianne. Ash Cash says hello. Good to have you, Ash Cash. Thank you for being here. Voices. Lori says, has anyone seen that car any more since? I haven't. But then again, in all fairness, we're not there, so maybe that's why we haven't seen a lot of fluctuate back and forth. Click that like, everybody. Click that like. Smash it for me. April's welcome in all. L, hello, Ash. Marianne, okay, since I'm sitting down, lay the new name on me. We don't have a new name. We just got a person of interest. We don't know the name. Vanessa, he said he has delivered to Nancy's house before. Yes, he did. So he would have known maybe her mannerisms. He may have known maybe her deficiencies as far as her walking abilities. Never know, right? Never know. I don't know too many Uber drivers that would sit there and have a conversation. They would just leave their goods and go, but it's very possible. He probably had a rental. April, do we even know his name? No, not yet. We're working on it. Manic sure are. And eyebrows. The eyebrows. The chin, the more pointy chin. The mustache, beard and mustache that he had just shaven. You can tell. But you can even see on some of those photos, you can see it's like what they call a 48-hour shadow or something. The 7th day of Nancy's missing. Yes, correct, Shirley. Maybe TNA know him on dark web. Very possible. Maybe, just maybe, the guy from Jordan might know him. Maybe someone's on the phone telling him exactly what to say because that shitty grin that he had went to a oh shit look. Like, oh man, how did they know? How did they know? Who could have saw this? And then in that process, he gets caught lost in his train of thought. He can't remember anything. He's just looking like out. Like if he's sitting in the car looking, let me show you the picture just so that we're clear. Right here. He's just out there staring. He's not looking at him because earlier he was looking more towards like if it was facing me, right? As he's talking to him. But now he's looking out in yonder. And he even says, I can't think right now. Like he don't know what to say. And you still have this caller on the phone. I know what you mean, April. Gronsky, was that Zach on the phone? Very possible, Zach. No doubt, Gronsky. Surely right. Even we know what's up. April, my head is spinning again. Good grief. Shirley, yes, DD, you're spot on. Marianne, thank goodness because I can't take any more names. Oh, this is big in my opinion. It could be. Remember, these are just thoughts and ideas, but sometimes you just got to try to connect the dots and see what fits. And if it fits, then you go ahead and look a little bit more into it. You know what I mean? We can't take anything as valid until we can prove it. I know what you mean. This is big. Man, he looks like Porch Guy more than anyone. Vanessa, he also asked 857, how long would you be here? Yes, because he was asking, he did. Thank you, Vanessa. He did. He was asking how long would everybody be here? And he said, and 857 said something to the effect of, I don't know, probably until they find Nancy. Selton's Nancy is found. He said, what if she isn't found? Who asked those questions? Hey, how long is everybody going to be here, do you think? Oh, well, until they find Nancy. Well, what if they don't find Nancy? Who would say that? Think about those words. Remember, I always told you guys, it's the little key little words. It's the little things that they say that you try to piece together like a puzzle. It's the little things, okay? Just the little things. Not the big, huge, I got the smoking pew-pew. No, it's the little things that you have to read between the lines. He says, how long would everybody be here? And 857 says, oh, until they find Nancy. And then he said, what if they don't find her? Now, this guy's not the smartest. Even if he had nothing to do with this, he's not the smartest or the sharpest tool in the shed. Because he's just making himself look like LD did with that interview. Don't forget to hit the likes, everybody. Crash that likes for me. Do me that favor. And if you are new, please subscribe. Be a member in the house. The more we have, the more smarter we all become. This is why it's always crucial to build your base so that you can bounce things off of each other. Surely, I know he was a gift from God. Thank you, 857. No doubt. All the thanks to 857 for getting this little interview. And also for Doug, because I follow Doug as well. And he's the one that also had it on his thing, talking about these things that made me think, maybe I need to look a little bit more into this. Yes, people tell on themselves. April DD is former law enforcement. He has instincts and reads body language. Keep that in mind. Look, everybody, I'm not just talking out of my ass. I'm telling you. I've been there and I've done things in law enforcement, okay? Many things for many years. That's just fact. So what I'm giving you is just from reading that, putting those pieces, and that's what I'm trying to bring to the table to everybody here. Hoorah, Semper Fi, everyone. April, see, I put Dee Dee's name out there. We have close to 100 people. We were at 99. Let's get it, everybody. Crash the likes. Send the algorithms out there. Vanessa. Marianne. April, I see, I put Dee Dee's name. Perfectly Me. Perfectly Me says, hello, what did I miss? Oh, Perfectly Me, you missed a lot. You missed a lot. But we will go over like we always do. So now we have a guy. We have a guy, and this guy here, and I'm going to put his picture up again with that cheesy little grin. Okay? This guy right here, we don't know the name. We don't even have a car um, license plate or anything like that. We will be looking into that. This little cheesy grin that he has. Okay? This is the guy with the nice little eyebrows, nicely done. Those eyes. The mustache and the beard that is currently shaven. Think about that. This guy did a quick little impromptu with 857. 857 did a little impromptu as far as he was driving by, and he did a little interview with 857. Okay, literally. April, Marianne. So perfectly me. So then we have a guy who on the seventh day, when Nancy was gone on February the 7th, was talking to 857. He comes back. We know the perp always comes back to the scene of the crime. That's just a habit. They want to know what's going on. They want to see what type of affliction, what type of chaos are they causing. Okay? The first thing he says is he asks 857, are you TMZ? Out of all the outlets that are out there, Fox News, all of that guy, we don't know his name, Bridget. Out of all those people, he's going to say, are you TMZ? And 857 says, no, I'm with YouTube. And then he says, oh, well, can you make me famous? Then you look at his eyes. Look at his eyebrows. Nicely done. Good manicure. Freshly shaved mustache, goatee. Everybody thought that the guy on the porch looked like Hispanic. This guy is not Hispanic. I don't know that to be 100%, but I would say because he received a phone call that sounded like it was from the Middle East somewhere, that what makes me think he was Middle Eastern. Or it could have been the guy who lives in Jordan. Never know. Could have been that person on the line. The cupping of the hand. He asked with that shitty grin. Okay, I'm going back to the shitty grin so you know. No problem there. Perfectly me. That shitty little grin that he had. This little shitty grin. And he asked 857. He asked 857. So what is the neighbor saying? How do they feel? And he says, 857 then tells him, I think a couple of people gave some tips. And he went from this shitty grin to this look. Oh shit. This is the oh shit. Oh shit. How did they know? That's the when he went from the shitty grin to the oh shit look. So let me read some of these real quick in case we got to answer them. Hello, Bridget. Bridget's in the house. Please, someone hire interpret phone call he had going. Please turn into feds. April, do I see a dent on right eye or is it me? I'll look here in a second. As DGL would say, let's go. Says Carolina girl. Bridget, hello everyone. 857 line stream perfectly. Where did the photo come from? This photo came from literally 857 doing a video with this interview with this individual as he was passing by on February the 7th. Okay, that's where the photo came from because 857 was talking right there. And also Doug Gone Live, Northport also had that same photo. All right, let me catch up. 857 live stream perfectly. Bridget, hello everyone. Carolina girl, let's go. April, do I see a dent in his right? Do I see a dent in his right eye? Let's see here. Man, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But let me go back so I don't want to lose this wave we got here. Thank you, Doc, for recapping. You got it. Thank you, Marianne. Shirley, oh yes. Vanessa, psycho smile. You're not only kidding. Hey, it's that sinister look smile, that Dexter smile. Marianne, very welcome. Shirley, 857. Bill, Trump pays attention to a lot, but no mention of Nancy's case that I'm aware of. L, Bill, he did in very beginning. He did. Strawberry, what's up, Devil Dog? What's going on, Strawberry? Good to have you. Bridget, that weirdo smile, without a doubt. Manix, hey, Strawberry. If I miss some of your guys' comments, it's just because I'm trying to catch up. Okay, so that's where we're at. So now he asked the question, hey, what is the neighbors feeling? What are they saying? And 857 says, well, I think some of them gave some tips to the police or something to that effect, and his whole demeanor just changed instantly. Like, damn, how did they know? Very interesting. And then he kind of went into a daze where he even said himself, the guy said himself, I can't remember what I was going to say. Like he was just staring off, trying to think either A, of what to say, or B, he was like, how do I go ahead and handle this? Because he didn't expect this at all. That's, I don't know what the hell to say next. No doubt about it. Good evening, everyone. Click that like, smash it. April, if DD missed your comment, you can repost it. Manix, Trump said all federal assets will be used to bring Nancy home. Bill, I'm sleeping with one eye open in that neighborhood, laughing out loud. Chica's in the house. Good to have you, Chica. What type of color of car was it? It looked like it was a blue in color. And actually, I think I even wrote it down. I think it was a blue Toyota. I could be wrong on that, but I thought it was a blue Toyota. Probably, uh, probably an early 2015, 2010, somewhere in their model. Please remember to like everybody. Like and subscribe if you are new. Please give some love to DD. Thank you, Cat Lady. Please show the clip, DD, for everyone who hasn't seen it. All right, recap. I'm not going to recap everything, but I'll show you the clip, okay? This is who we're talking about right here. This individual who had the shitty grin before he was told that there was a couple of tips that the neighbors have given. And then his smile went instantly sad. It went to this look. Okay? Now, this is the eyebrow look. The nice manicure. Remember we thought the porch guy had really pretty eyes? Really kind of mysterious. Really like groomed eyebrows. Had a goatee. That may be a better look. He had just been shaven, had to have been shaven. You can see where the goatee line is and a mustache, without a doubt. We don't know this individual's name. This was the peace sign I was trying to tell you earlier in the conversation when he gave out his peace sign. He was all happy to be there. He was all joyful. Even though it was a place where everybody was trying to figure out what happened to Nancy, this Joker was smiling like everything was cool. Make me famous. Can you make me famous? Are you TMZ? And then when 857 said, no, I'm with YouTube. He said, can you make me famous? I'm going to read this. Hello, Devil Dog, says Chica. Good to have you. I would never sleep in that neighborhood, says Strawberry. Please remember to like and subscribe, everybody. Do me that favor. Chica, hello, Devil Dog. How are you doing, Chica? Thank you. Hello, Chica. Vanessa, I agree, Didi. Toyota. That's what I thought it was, a blue Toyota. Strawberry, I agree. Dark blue Camry. Could have been a Camry as well, Shirley. Could have been a dark blue. It kind of looked not too dark, but it could have been a dark blue. It was a dark blue. It was blue in color, just the variance of the darkness of it. And it very well could have been a Toyota Camry, or it could have been, whatever Toyota makes. Trying to go back to where I left off. Yeah, Strawberry, dark blue Camry. Fanflower, Crazy Hills. There's Fanflower's Crazy Hills. She has literally coined that phrase for that area. Bill, another great presentation. Thank you. You're welcome, Bill. Bridget, I wonder if the neighbor Brian Enton interviewed and said she saw a strange man, if she would look at the picture and see if this is who she saw. That's a good point. Well said, Bridget. Very good comment. Chica, that worried look. Yeah, he went from that happy, shitty grin to literally that, oh, God, how did they find this out? How did they know about it? And then the person on the other line that was with them, that to me had to be some type of, and here's the kicker. Maybe he was one of the guys that was there. Maybe the caller on the phone was the other guy that was there. Did anybody think about that? Because we know there was at least 3 to 4 people, in my opinion. I've always said there was 3 people, in my opinion. Others have said at least a minimum of 2. So maybe the caller on his phone at the time when he was giving this little short little thing to 857, maybe the caller was actually the other guy that was with him. That's a damn good possibility. And maybe the other guy convinced him to drive by there to see what was it all going on. What is the scuttlebutt? What's being said? Just drive by there. Because you all said, and you seen him, he drove there all the time when this was going on. So think about that for a minute. We haven't even talked about that. Could the other guy on the phone been his other individual that was with him that night? Very possible. We don't know. I don't know. But it's a thought. Because we know there was more than one person. And in my opinion, there was at least 3. It makes no sense. So yes, it could very well been the other guy was telling him, just drive by there. Don't say nothing. Just drive by there. And he couldn't help himself. Yeah, we pulled this off. Look at all these people. We pulled this off. Yeah. Hey, UTMZ? Hey, UTMZ? No, I'm YouTube. Can you make me famous? Saying it kind of, and I don't think he meant it literally like he could make him famous. But then he started talking. And what do people do when they're gloating about what they've accomplished? They talk. Why do they usually talk? Because they want people to know, hey, they don't want them to know we did it, but they want them to know, man, I'm smart. I outsmart everybody until they don't. Now, I'm not saying he did it. I'm saying it is a very interesting person of interest to me, in my opinion. And what I mean by person of interest, somebody that the FBI needs to talk to and figure out what is his story, what is his game, see if they can get a search warrant for his cell phone, for the questions and the behavior that he was displaying, for the happy, and then finding out there was people that gave tips, and the sad, depressed look, the look of worry, looking out. When 857's right there, he's looking out past him, just kind of looking like he just don't know what to say. He's clueless. Like, how did they find out? How would they know? And then he asked 857, well, how long are these people going to be here? And he says, 857 says, well, probably till they find Nancy, which is a very good response. And the guy says, well, what if they don't find Nancy? Who says that? Who says that? Think about that for a minute. That's interesting, folks. That is very interesting. Let me read the comments, everybody's comments. The word look, but him's eyebrows like a female, says Cat Lady. Shirley and White. Violet grown eyebrows and dark lashes. No doubt. You can't make that up, everybody. Those brows, though. Manax. And the realtor's open house who said a stranger guy was there close to Nancy's. I mean, it's not hard to envision that that's where this person literally fits the bill to at least be a person of interest that the FBI needs to talk to. That's it. Strawberry, Devil Dog, did you see the photos I sent you? Striking resemblance to this guy. I did not see those, but I'm going to pull them up right now. Hang on. Hang on. I'll pull them up real quick. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So then, on top of that, the idea I don't have those pictures, buddy. I never let me see. Maybe I did. Okay, I'll figure it out here in a second. Just give me a second. I want to catch up here. Don't want to go ahead and good to have you here. New person of interest, no name. Strawberry, that moment, no doubt. Surely, dare look. Peebles is in the house. Good to have you, Peebles. He has the flat head. Peebles sees the flat head. Do you guys see the flat head? Because Peebles may be right, and you know what? He is definitely right. That's flat. That's like a flat, for a better lack of words, a flank steak flat, right? That's a flat head, everybody. Very well, good point, Peebles. Thank you. Appreciate that. If you are new and you like the live, please subscribe. Do me that favor. Vanessa, absolutely, Didi. The change of demeanor was very telling. Ash Cash says, who says that? Wow. That's what I'm saying, Ash Cash. Who says that? Who talks like that in the middle of trying to find an 84-year-old woman? He knew something about TMZ, right? He doesn't look like he watches TMZ, but he knew something about TMZ. That is not by accident, in my opinion, but it could be. He could be the number one watcher of TMZ. Who knows? Gronsky, I am so happy we have live streamers to refer back to, which may hold a key. Absolutely. Well said, Gronsky. The faithful servant. Hello. Good to have you, faithful servant. Spoils in the house. Hey, DD. He's the only person concerned about what the neighbors think. Thank you. Very well put. He's the only one that literally was worried about what the neighbors thought. You know why? Because somebody who usually is feeling like wants to make sure they're clear is to figure out what's being said, what is being talked about, who is saying what. And what would you want to know if you were a person that could have been involved in this? Did anybody see anything? Hey, what's the neighbors thinking? What's the neighbors thinking? Do you hear anything about the neighbors, how they feel? And he has that little smiley. And then 857 tells him, oh, I think there was a couple that gave tips. He went, oh, shit. That's exactly very well said and very important. No doubt about it. All right. right, all right. So I'm trying to read everybody's here. Thank you, Spoke. Very well said. Very well said. Use wisdom. This should have been looked into a long time ago. For sure, use wisdom. No doubt about it. 100%. If you are new, please subscribe. Click the likes. Get that algorithm going, everybody. Hell, he definitely is suspicious, in my opinion. Very, very suspicious. Denmark. Mona's in the house. Good to have you, Denmark. Mona. Hell, hello, faithful. Hell, Denmark. That isn't Ted. No, it's not Ted. That is not Ted. That is not Ted. Let's be real, everybody. Come on. Vanessa, please play the clip, DD, so everyone can hear it for themselves. All right, all right. Let me see. Hang on a second. Oh. Let me get to that here in a second. Hang on a second. Let me make sure we get everything flowing first. We'll get to it here in a sec. Flathead, Vanessa, Denmark, it's okay, no worries, but definitely not him. No, it's not. Strawberry, Carolina, I remember Zach's voice. It's very heavy. Bridget, jet black hair. Vanessa, with the smile. And I wonder if that car has gone by the house before the 7th. That's a good point there, Mermaid. No doubt about it. Mermaid's in the house. That's a very good point. Sorry, it looks like... No, you're fine, Denmark. You're fine. It's not. But you're right. You're right. It does kind of look like him a little bit. Maybe it's the eyebrows or something. I'm sure the perk has been seen, but no one is talking suspicious seriously. Not till now. Faithful talks for joining us. Faithful, thank you. Does anybody remember where it can be found? Zach's picture. I think they had it when they did I thought he did an interview with Alex. Zach. Yes, I thought so. Denmark. Now I'm reading everybody's Mermaid. I wonder if the car has gone by. It probably has, but it definitely, we would remember that and need to go back and check your cameras, everybody, to all the streamers out there. Vanessa, jet black hair, Carolina, I remember Zach's voice. Denmark, oh, it's okay, no worries, but definitely not him. Flathead, absolutely the flathead. Chica, oh, wow, I can see it too. Strawberry, Alex has a live with Alex a couple of months ago. That is true. That's where I saw him. Thanks for liking and subscribing, everybody. Shirley, 857, you could have cracked the case. Did you use your connections? Get this rolling. Hey, kudos to 857. He does a great job, no doubt about it. Thank you, Shirley. Appreciate that. 857, thank you for all the information you provide every day to everyone. Vanessa, exactly. What a strange question. Strawberry meant to say Alex has a live with Zach a couple months ago. Ocean's in the house. How you doing, Ocean? Hi, DD. Like and subscribe, everybody, if you are not. DD takes something and runs with it. It's experience, and he's good at it, says April. Just trying to use my knowledge, everybody. That's it. Once again, this is all just literally thoughts and ideas and probabilities. These are just opinions. We are not saying anybody is the suspect. We don't have a suspect yet, at least according to law enforcement that we know of. Thumbs up, everybody, says Cat Lady. Thumbs up, click that like, everybody. BG857 talked about this last night. What was his take on it? I didn't see it, BG. I cannot tell you because I didn't even know he did a talk last night about it. But I'm glad he did. Carolina girl, thanks, Strawberry. I have to check it out. Bridget, not Ted. YG, why Georgia's in the house? Finally, someone is talking about this. Thank you. Thank you, YG. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. This is what we do on this channel. Everybody has an opinion, and every voice matters. Cat Lady, Ted drives an SUV. April, no more talk about Ted. No more everybody about Ted, because it's not Ted. Ted, please, let's get in there. Leslie Barrett is in the house. Good to have you, Leslie Barrett. Clutch My Pearls had recently interviewed with Zach. Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. Use wisdom. I saw Alex live last night. Thanks for talking about this. You're very welcome, Use wisdom. Thank you so much for being here. AZ Gal is in the house. Just subscribe. Good to have you, AZ Gal. Appreciate you being here. Semper Fi, and welcome to being a Devil Pup investigator. Hoorah, Semper Fi. Growski, not Ted. Barbara, Bullhorn Patty showed this guy's picture a few weeks ago and thought he was a very suspicious. Well, we broke it down literally. And I can tell you, this guy is definitely on my list and a very high on my list. Vanessa, exactly YG. I sent this clip into Pima County tip line March 3rd, 2026. Thank you, YG. Appreciate that. April AZ Gal 16, thank you for subscribing. Shirley, he had no tattoos. No tattoos. But he could have been the second guy. What if the other guy who called him, he was with him? God, it would make sense, wouldn't it? The other guy that called him on the phone, what if he was that second person of interest? Wow, that just blows my mind, and I just thought of that just now. Trisha, yes. Use wisdom, good. Good, YGA. Vanessa, well done, YGA. Amen. Violet, I'm surprised this info wasn't turned into the FBI some time ago. YGA, great, says Health. The faithful servant, he's it on my channel timeline. Shirley, or ring and bracelet. Pam, show the clip. Hang on a second. We are rolling right now. Bridget, can 857 give a description of his car to us? Let me see if I can pull it up here. Hang on. 857, Bridget, 857 description. Probably can. Strawberry, it sounds like Zach on the phone with that guy. The faithful servant, Zach, Alex. The fast Alex, where we at now? No, Sweet Pea, it's not Ted, but it does look a little bit like him, but it's not him. Thank you for being here, Sweet Pea. Looks like Bill, the FBI may have this. Hang on a second. So, where we at here? Show the clip. Hang on, Pam. Hang on a second. Bridget, can 857 give a description? Let's see here. Let's see. Looking. Let's see. Let me read here. Hang on a second. I'm still looking. The FBI may have this, but we're not given anything. The faithful servant, I just can't recall the day. Laughing out loud. LDD will get to your comments as soon as he can. Common sense, surely, no doubt about it. All common sense. I thought the exact same thing, Strawberry. If you go to Doug Gone Live, you will see it on there. AZ Gal, welcome, guys. Vanessa, 100% agree, DD. Go to Doug Gone Live Northport, and you will find it there. Go to Doug Gone Live Northport. If you want to go now and look at it, go for it. But it's on Doug Gone Live Northport. Use wisdom. What was the dial-up sound like on the phone? It was almost like one of those old AOL. You know that shh, ding 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 ding, shh, ding 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 ding, that type of noise. That's what it sounded like. It was one of those when the internet first came out and it had that long dial tone with the AOL. You know how that used to do that. That's what it sounded like to me. Vanessa, I agree, April. YG, listen to the clip. There is a guy in the car with him, but you can't see him. Use wisdom. I never saw the tattoo either, but she said it showed on his wrist sometime like a star. Shirley, 857 blue Toyota Camry, dark blue. There you go, everybody. Shirley just gave you the information of the car. If you want to watch the video, go to Doug's Gone Live Northport. Doug Gone Live Northport. And if you don't want to go to that one, go to early on when 857 went ahead and did this interview. It's very early. I mean, very early. The 7th of February. I didn't see tattoos. I didn't. Norma with the horse. Vanessa, I agree. April, listen to the clip. There's a guy in the car. Use wisdom. I never saw. Kelly girl, in my opinion, Porsche guy has no tattoo showing, and only the AI version said so. This is not reliable. That is very true. Kelly girl on fire. Well said. Vanessa, I believe he is talking on the phone with a man. I do too. I really do believe that's exactly what he's doing. YG, the video is on 857 Tucson page titled Day 7 Nancy Guthrie Update. It's like 7 minutes long. There you go. You guys got that information from White, Georgia. Thank you, YGA. The video is on 857 Tucson's page titled Day 7 Nancy Guthrie Update. Go check it out. The faithful servant with the tattoo on his wrist appears if a tattoo to be the top end of a cross, it's square. Yeah, I honestly, I've heard a lot of back and forth about the tattoo, so unless it's really that noticeable, yeah, you just got to go with your own opinion, no doubt about it. Barbara, what's the guy said in the video was very weird too, suspicious. Oh, no doubt about it. Way suspicious. And how he reacted when 857 told him about getting some tips from the neighbors, he really got sad quickly. April, Didi, I can't keep up either. If you miss, please be patient. Cat Lady, etc. Shirley, it's Daz Gone Live. Violet, I think the purse watched the streamers. Oh, there's no doubt about it, Violet. Carolina Girl, April, be cool, you got this. I'll have to get a couple more moderators in here. No worries. Bridget, does 857 have a good description of the car the guy was in? Yeah, I think Shirley just gave a description of the car. It was an 857, a blue Toyota Camry, dark blue in color. Violet, I think the purse watch. Cat Lady, 857 Tucson. L, Violet, I believe so too. Mama's in the house. Good to have you, Mama. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome in. Glad you are here. Thank you for being here. L, Doug Gone Live Northport. There you go. Check it out. There it is. L just gave you that as well. Kelly Girl on Fire, YG, there's no one in the car with him. Someone talks to him through his phone. Yeah, there's no one in the car with him. He's literally talking to 857, literally as 857 is standing there at the driver's side, talking to him, asking him, and he's asking these questions. The conversation he had was with on the cell phone. Somebody had called in the middle of their conversation and was talking to him. Yeah, no one was in the car but that one individual. I'm saying it could very have well been the guy who made the phone call could have well been the other person in this whole debacle. Not saying it is, I'm saying it could be. Just a theory. Good afternoon, Manic. Says, oh, Ash, was it the blue car that had something on top of the car? I didn't see anything on top of the car, to be honest, Ash. But I couldn't really tell with the pictures. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, there. I didn't see anything on top of the car, to be honest. Nothing. As I'm looking at the pictures right now, nothing was on top of it. Paula, DD, did you call Ellie about the guy? No, because this information literally is from 857, is the one who did the video with him. Okay, I just expanded on it. And that's who really needs to turn that information, and I'm sure he will if he didn't already, because 857 is good about that. If you want a mod, send me an email, and I'll definitely go ahead and look it over. All right, let me see where I'm at. Trying to get back to where I'm at. Crystal's in the house. Can I ask why you seem to be yelling when speaking? Because there's a lot of people here, and I try to read everybody's comment, Crystal. It's that due respect I try to give everybody. Carolina girl. Hi, Vicky. Welcome in. Just turn it a little bit down, Crystal, and you'll be good to go. Cat lady, it's free. Vicky, thanks, L. There's the email L just posted. If you want to mod, send it an email. GM, who is the guy, his name? We don't know his name. We just know that 857 had a brief encounter talk with him on February the 7th when Nancy went missing. L, thank you for posting. Strawberry, I'm not sure what it's like outside, but it's blizzard conditions in my house. Says Strawberry. L, GMZ, we don't know, unfortunately. April, there's the email again. Marianne, April, I would, but I don't like you laughing out loud. Use wisdom. I wonder if he knew he was being recorded. I don't know, but he's the one that stopped, and 857 asked him a question. So yeah, I don't know, but that's on him for stopping. I mean, of course, he didn't have to answer anything. He could have just went driving, right? Was the blue car okay? Vicky. Vicky says, hi, first time here. I seen you had the video and wanted to tell everyone that was Doug Live Northport. That is correct. We've been telling everybody. I thought it was Doug Gone Live Northport, but you're right. Yes, and the other person who has it is the original person of that video, which is 857, and that was also posted. Thank you, Vicky. Appreciate you. Always welcome in the channel. Shirley, there's no guy in the car. It's a guy on the phone. Yes, that is correct. Cat Lady, Dad's Gone Live. L, thank you, Vicky, and welcome in. Bridget, okay, day 7 video. Yes, day 7 video. Crystal, can I ask why? Stop with Crystal. Hi, Vicky, welcome in. Cat Lady, it's free. Thanks. Gotta find where I'm at here. The police must know who he is. They know everybody who lives in the city residence. That is true. I hope. YGA, the car is black. You can see it. Go twice on JLR's channel. It's actually blue. I have the picture on here on my phone here. Look. Look. It is. That's a good picture of it. That looks blue to me. I don't know about you. I'm not talking about this part because that's just the trim. But that looks blue down here and up top. Cat lady, violet is blue. It is blue. Marianne, he will be fine with it. GMZ, I agree. Closest to anyone I've seen so far. YG, I have to disagree. The cards, that's fine. We all have opinions. Best way to do is get a hold of literally of 857 Tucson and ask him. He'll pull it up. He will remember, I'm sure. But thank you so much, YGA. Thank you so much. Marianne, laughing out loud, April. Violet, I know, cat lady. Someone thought it was black. There you go. You very welcome. You very welcome. GMZ closest in searching for Nancy's dungeon with Perpin closet, says Slap. Shirley, Uddy did not ask name. He just said that he delivers food. But then again, the black glove from the restaurant is interesting. That is true, Shirley. YG, I sent the video to Pima County tip line March 3rd. Okay, thank you, YG. Thank you. Chris, what was the video that we were talking about? It was about a person that 857 had a brief encounter with on February the 7th as he was driving by Nancy Guthrie's, and they had an exchange, and it was the information that was everything that was stated in about probably 3 to 4 minutes that gave this individual and all his mannerisms and everything that he looked like, his eyebrows, his goatee, even though he had just been shaven, you could tell his eyelashes was well done. He cupped his hand. The comments that he made, the statements that he made, the questions that he was asking 857, it just was very interesting. You can find it on 857 videos. If you go to 857 Tucson, you can find it there. Cat Lady, Dad's gone live. Please share the stream, everyone. Carolina girl, Marianne, yes, go for it. Marianne, if you want to be one, I will put you in. AZ, I just saw it very suspicious asking all those questions. No doubt about it, AZ. Wholeheartedly, I hear you. Jenny's in the house. Hello, Jenny. Hi, everyone. Good to have you. GM, yeah, 857 got so lucky, and the perp always returns to the scene. They are egotistical about their crime. No doubt about it. Well said, GMZ. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. April, Didi interacts with all guests, and that's the best part of this chat. Thank you, April. Hello, Jenny. Slap. The guy foreigner car, middle getting interviewed by Nancy. I'm guessing making words weird and strange, says Slap. Violet, I wouldn't trust sending the clip to Pima County. That's a good point, no doubt. That's an understatement. GMZ, 100% agree. Carolina girl. Hi, Jenny. Welcome in. Marianne, it looks blue. Looks blue to me, but hey, all opinions are important. Tina's in the house. Hey, did he said make me famous and said hi to the chat? He said, can you make me famous? Can you make me famous? After he said, are you TMZ? And 857 said, no, I'm with YouTube. And then he said, can you make me famous? And then they went on to their, probably I would say about 15 questions. And then he had to go because he was stopped at the middle of the road. Vanessa, Didi, I only have a few short clips, so it will be easy for you to find and show it. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate you. Thank you. GM, I've seen the original live stream video. It's a dark blue. Yeah, I remember that guy. I remember him stopping there. It just, all this information just didn't click. And the more, when I just saw Doug gone live, I saw him talk about it. I went back and I started looking and I thought, oh God, this guy definitely looks like somebody, a person of interest. Nathan's in the house. Good to have you, Nathan. Maybe it's not a resident of Tucson. That's a possibility. That is a very good possibility, Nathan. No doubt. If you are new to the live, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Doesn't cost you anything. Be a member. Slab once only viral or clickbait, or once only viral or clickbait. Slab. I'm not sure what you're talking. Slab. April, welcome to our new. Let's get this channel rolling. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, everybody. Chris, what video is that we're talking about? Yeah, I already told you. Go look at the video on February 7th on 857 Tucson. GM, just call me Gizmo. It's my nickname. Thank you, Gizmo. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for being here. April DD, Marianne wants to mod. Pretty please. Yes, I will do that. I will do that. Marianne, oh, there you go. All right. Thank you, Marianne. I get it. Interesting. Thank you, Chris. You're welcome. Cat Lady, when you send anything to Pima County Sheriff's, make sure they got it. I don't trust nanos. L, I used to have a Gizmo stuffed animal. I love Gizmos too, Marianne. Shirley, red flags everywhere, without a doubt, Shirley. Well said. JLR mods all got fired and investigated. That's fine, Slap. We don't really. I mean, this is just about Nancy. Let's just stick with what we got going on, my friend. Melissa, hey, Marianne, April 857 is a subscriber and part of this group. For those that don't know, that's a fact. Thank you. 857 plugs us in everywhere and all the time. Appreciate 857. Yay, Marianne. Melissa, hey, L, 1985. Marianne, L, 1985. Oh my God, I had a stuffed gizmo. L, hello, Melissa. Slap, no wonder, have 7,000 people chat. L, Marianne, Carolina girl. Woohoo, Marianne. He wanted to be made famous, said he delivered to the house and door, then totally lost his train of thought. Well said. Well said. Guess YGA. Well said. Marianne, April, are you sure it's not Ted? I'm so kidding. It's not Ted. Shirley, I am so happy I found you, sir. Love your common sense, my man. Thank you, Shirley. Appreciate you, and I love having you on. Thank you so much. L, I am not sure what slap means either. Melissa, laughing out loud, Marion. Slap the video you show. The e-video you show. I'm not sure what e-video. Gizmo, I'm a huge car guy and I'm aware of the car colors. That generation Camry came in black, but that's not the black for that car. There was an optional dark blue. I believe that's the correct color. Thank you, Gizmo. Spot on. Marianne, wow, thank you, DD and Chad. You're welcome. I know I understand all of you saying. Strawberry. Slap got slapped. Slap, but you want how get famous? Melissa, Gizmo from Gremlins. I remember Gizmo, no doubt about it, Melissa. Yuli's in the house. Anything new for today? Oh my gosh, can somebody else fill Yuli in? We got a lot of information going on, my friend. Gizmo, a simple DMV registration check on dark blue Camrys in the Tucson area would clear up a potential perp, no doubt. No doubt. Well said. L, please remember to like and subscribe and share it out, everybody. Cat Lady 104 up, yay. Click that like, everybody. Melissa, yes. Vanessa, Marianne, much love. Denmark or Italy, says Mona. Very true. I see where you're going. Chris, just went back and watched it. It's so strange. It really is. It really, truly is. The questions that he was asking, the emotions, the different facial features, the just his whole body language. And you would know that as an officer, you would understand why it's so important because you study for that. You go to school for this type of thing. So just understanding those characteristics of an individual and how he's answering these questions is very telling. But it's just my opinion. Riz just went back and watched it. April, Marianne, Vanessa, hello. Melissa, love. L, April, Melissa, just like Yoda. Marianne, April, isn't that L? Shirley, Devil Dog, you asked for it. You got it. Look at chat. Laughing out loud. I got it. No doubt about it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Melissa, someone on channel, though, Ted was the peep, said no way. April, appreciate you all so much. Let's not bring up Ted. BGDD, you going to need an assistant soon. I'm just a small guy giving you guys info. That's all I'm doing. Thank you so much. Appreciate all you guys being a part of the channel and listening. Thank you. Gizmo, left now, don't feed me after midnight or I turn into legit gremlin. L Gizmo. Marianne, Melissa, I was kidding. Timothy's in the house. I think Nancy's bodies in Mexico and perps are undocumented and hired by someone. That's very possible, Timothy. A lot of people have that theory. I've heard that theory so many times. Slap, perp assistant. Melissa, Marianne, I know. Well, we caught up, everybody. So that was the other thing. And the fact that literally the individual lost train of thought when he was just asked the question of how did the family or how did the neighbors feel when he asked 857 how the family felt, and then 857 said it was kind of a stupid really question, or he said how did the neighbors how were they feeling, and he said something to the effect of, well, a couple gave some, or what are they saying? And then he said something about the effect of, well, they gave law enforcement some tips, and his whole demeanor changed. And from that moment, he went straight to, I'm in La La Land. I don't know what the hell to say. The look was priceless. Everything was priceless. No doubt about it. Earlier, someone said, GNZ, TNZ, or so there's no way to find that Bitcoin account owner who owns communication on TNZ. Really? Marianne, so we are going to call this guy the no-name guy. That sounds good to me. Yuli, they found that body, but is it Nancy, though, for today? I'm not sure. No, they haven't found a body to my understanding, Yuli. Shirley, you're right. Violet, the perp didn't seem like a very bright person to me. I've said that from day one. I've never believed that the perp was in any way, shape, or form intelligent, in my opinion. And I do not think he was that intelligent at all. There was a lot of factors that why this has unfolded the way it has, and that's for another live stream. Gizmo, How can you be on traffic cam videos of cars in the area during that time at night? There's a window of time to check for potential car. I agree with you, Gizmo. 100%. Well said. Nathan, the Camry guy could have been the driver for Porch Guy. Very possible. Very possible. Knows the area, you would think. Jenny, the perp is Middle Eastern. That's what I was saying earlier. I used to work with a guy, and he went to prison for robbery at Rich's neighborhood in Durham, Massachusetts. There you go. There you go. Carolina girl. A lot of new names in the chat. Welcome, everyone. Hoorah, Carolina girl. Quentin, DD88, 2-a-days. I remember them 2-a-days. No doubt about it. The 2-a-days. Ah, interesting. Quentin. Barbara, there was a body found in Phoenix today in a pond. Dave, let us know what you find, and we'll have to look that up later. No doubt. Thank you for that info, Barbara. There's the email. Cat lady, no cams in the area at all. Other grandma went missing. Nancy's neighbor, who also is missing, says Slap. Marianne, Carolina, I put Dee Dee's name out there today. Now look how many new names are here. Slap, Cash App, you all flirt on all app. Okay. All right. All right. All right. That'll go. All right. Moving right along now. Shirley, what if shortly after Nancy's birthday, January 25th, no one's seen her alive? They could have drugged her and staged it all. We don't know. That is true. That is true. It is possible. That's a good possibility. That's a good possibility. Well said. Barbara, I don't know that. They haven't said anything about who it may be. They've kept everything quiet. I think just Porch Guy, a driver, hidden and summoned by the radio. It's very possible, no doubt about it. It's very possible. DD88 could be a drill instructor, but a nice one. Simplify, Quentin, you got it, my friend. Barbara, L1985, saw a brief clip on the news, but they didn't have any other info at that time. Thank you, Barbara. Vanessa, I wish 857 had asked him when did he make a delivery to Nancy's house and what it was he delivered. That would have been good. That would at least give us an idea of which direction, as far as was she a normal food person that would order food, or was it more, like, anything? It would have just gave us a little insight to that. No doubt. Well said, Vanessa. Jenny, he stands exactly like the guy I mentioned. There you go. Barbara, thank you so much. That's something. Where are we at here? Thank you so much. That's something we will have to stay on top of. No doubt about it. Well said, L. Chris. Bill, no one details yet on Google or the body found in Arizona today. Interesting. Is there any? Do we know if any streamers are out there at that area? Surely, I wish all streamers would go back and check videos. Who knows what they caught? No doubt. It's like I've always said from the beginning, and all you devil pups know. Sometimes you got to always go back to the beginning, and you got to relook at things. And there's nothing wrong, even with detectives and officers and investigators and whatnot. Go back to the beginning. Look back, see what you missed. Sometimes you're surprised at what you see. You could have had a little bit of tunnel vision. You could have missed something that was so important. Sometimes it's always good to go back. No doubt about it. BG, Porch Guy's photo wasn't put out there until after the guy showed up, right? Vanessa, exactly, DD, and also what he actually delivers to then pinpoint where he works. Absolutely, Vanessa, good point. Chris, the latest Nanos interview from earlier this week was pure trash. Pure trash. He can't answer a direct question with a direct answer. He always has to skate around it. Something odd about that. No doubt about it, Chris. Well said. Well said. Marianne, the body was found in a pond in Phoenix. That's what I heard earlier. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. If anything changes, please let us know. April, faithful servant, will refresh your memory. Shirley, right? Because we're in the future now. That's putting it mildly. No doubt about it, Shirley. Well said. So look at everything that we were covering. Look at everything that was happening on this probably no more than 4-minute conversation. Look how much information was delivered just in that short time. Talking about when 857 had that little exchange with that driver who I think for the better part is a person that I think the FBI should be talking to. So I didn't hear of any streamers being out there. Thank you, Marianne. Appreciate that. Flagstaff's in the house. Body was found at Bitmore. Thank you, Flagstaff. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Appreciate it. Cat Lady, faithful servant is Greg Kerr. Thank you so much, Greg. Appreciate it. Bill, found in Phoenix, Arizona area. It would be interesting to see who this person is, but then again, I guess this happens quite a bit out there, right? I mean, that's the sad thing. There's always someone who has gone missing. But in this case with Nancy, it's a little different because an 84-year-old woman, that's just not, that doesn't happen very often. I mean, you're talking 92% that it has to be somebody. It doesn't have to be, but 92% states statistics that it's probably somebody who knew the victim. I live in Phoenix, and it's often. There you go, Chris. You said it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shirley, sorry to say this, but Nancy's just probably bones. I agree with that. I mean, that's just calling it for what it is. No doubt about it. I mean, it'd be nice to see her come home, walk into her door, released or whatnot, but the chances are that is honestly in my profession is slim to none. I mean, that's just being honest. Body found at 9 a.m. in pond at 32nd and Camelback Road in Phoenix. L, very sad. Bill, sure, no link necessary. It's crazy, crazy. What do you say, fan? Crazy hills. So let's go over again real quick. Why are we looking? Foggy? Foggy is in the house. Hello from East Tennessee. Good to have you, Foggy. Welcome. Welcome in, Foggy. Just getting ready to recap on the top of how it started, this conversation. If you like the live, everybody, please subscribe. Click that like button. Get that algorithm going. Be a fan and join. Perfectly Me says, I am feeling froggy. Hello, Foggy. No doubt. Welcome, everybody. Love to have all you in here. Thank you for sharing some time. So, the very first thing, a man pulls up and 857 and him have a conversation. We don't know the man's name. Jesus, cheese aseptic next door, especially the remodel house. Well said. Thank you, Didi, for the recap. I'm back. You got it, Norma. BG, laughing out loud, Fanflower, Crazy Hills, good job, Devil Dog. So, this individual pulls up in his car. He 857 walks up to his car and they start having a conversation. And the gentleman in the car asks 857 is this is I'm just going to say what he says or paraphrasing it. He says to 857, "Are you with TMZ?" Out of all the news channels, he asks about, is he from TMZ? Well, no, he's not from TMZ. So 857 says, no, I'm with YouTube. And then he said, can you make me famous? And then 857 don't even know what he responded to that. Then right after that, they start having a conversation and he starts asking questions like, how are people feeling? How long is this going to last? Let's go for the first one. He says, how long is people going to be here? And 857 said, as long as until probably they find Nancy. And then he says, well, what if they don't find Nancy? Okay, just odd things to say. And then he has a cheesy little grin on his face, and he asks 857, with the little cheesy grin on his face, he asks 857, and just so you can see the cheesy grin on his face, he asked 857, literally, what do the neighbors think? How do they feel? And as soon as 857 tells him that the neighbors, there was a couple that gave some tips, he went from the cheesy look to this look. Oh shit, what just happened? Okay, like, oh my God, this is crazy. Let me read these comments real quick. Have to have a nice evening, DD, and everyone. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you being here. L, same to you, Bill. You too, Bill. Thank you. 1985, have to cook supper. April, you too, Bill. Thanks for being here. Norma, have a blessed evening, Bill. Perfectly Me Dog, when was this interview? It wasn't really an interview. It was like an impromptu. He was driving by 857. He stopped. 857 went up to his door and they had a conversation. And 857 went ahead and recorded that. This was on February the 7th. February the 7th. See, Sumi Quilt says, why are you... Oh, my Lord, another one. L, please remember to like and subscribe. Turn your channel down if I am too loud. Psychic Raider 60. Hey, Devil Dog. Hey, Chad. Good to have you, my friend. Sue, he's not yelling. If it's loud to you, maybe try turning your volume down. Thank you, L. Marianne, he isn't yelling. Norma, hello, Ryder. Perfectly Me, where you from, dog? Hello from Pennsylvania, Ohio, Perfectly Me. I am from Ohio. L, hello, Ryder. Shirley, good synopsis. Chris, there is a video, yes. It's on 857's channel. Norma, DD is not yelling. Vanessa, DD, I sent you an email. Please check. I will do that, Vanessa. You got it. Quentin, he looks herpy. He really does, Quentin. Violet, what a coincidence that Ransom Demands went to TMZ, right? And he wants to know if 857, if he's with TMZ. Could have said Fox News, could have said CNN, could have said any other major network, but instead he says TMZ. And then with that shitty grin, he says, well, how's the neighbors doing? What are they saying? How are they feeling, or something to that effect? And 857 says, well, they went ahead and they gave some tips to law enforcement, and he got so sad. Like, oh, shit, like, what did I say? What did I do? How did they know? It's just the mannerisms you have to pick up, everybody. Norma DD, right, Violet. Cat Lady, he's not yelling. The Psychic Writer is just going to say, even if he isn't Porch Guy, he may have been driver or otherwise involved. No doubt about it. Well said, Psychic Writer. Welcome in. Vanessa, I agree, Violet. April, if it's too loud, use your volume button. It goes up and down. Amen, April. Thank you. So that was the most of the stuff, and then you look at his nice eyebrows that were done. Well, we know the Porsche guy had really nice, as they would say, pretty eyebrows. Gerald's in the house. Hi, can you show the 857 video? You have to go on 857 Tucson. He has the video, and Doug Gone Live Northport. He also has the video. You have to go on there and get it, Gerald. Thank you. I tried looking at for it earlier. I was having a hard time. April, you cracked me up, says Trisha. BG, LOL, cat lady, yeah, you all are too funny. Norma, 1985, Vanessa, BG, Bridget, DD doesn't yell. He's just very passionate about things. Thank you, Bridget. I appreciate that. Trisha, BG, laughing out loud. L, that was hilarious, BG. So now we have all that information. We have the fact that his eyebrows are nicely done. We have the mustache goatee that we know he just shaved. I mean, literally, you can tell it was pretty recent. There's a guy that calls him on the phone speaking what we believe to be Middle Eastern. We don't know that, but it believes it's something like that. Um, the only other person we know that I heard about being in the Middle East was literally the guy who lives in Jordan. The guy that owns, I think he owns MG Motors or something. So, not saying he's involved, just saying it very well. The guy who called him could very well be the other guy that was working with him. I mean, we know it was more than one person. Or let me rephrase that. By all likelihood, it was probably more than one person. And that would make sense to me. Because I'm thinking 3 to 4 people, personally. Dee BG, he missed it. Let me see where you said, BG. Where you at? Let me see if I can find you. Uh, Man, I hate going back up because then I lose my place. Okay, let's go back down. Was the sheriff out at Nancy's again yesterday? Just asking. Not sure, Norma. Not really sure. I agree, Violet. April, Gerald. Hi, can you show like I said, just go to that channel, Tucson, 857 Tucson. He has it on there. L, BG, LOL, cat lady, you all are too funny. DD doesn't yell. He's just very passionate. L, that was hilarious, Marianne. He missed it. April, Trisha, 993. It's common sense. It's all common sense, everybody. It really is. Gerald, okay, thanks. We'll have a look. Nothing nothing has a date stamp. Does anyone know what the thumbnail said? Anybody got All I know is that it was on February the 7th and it said something about Nancy Guthrie's update or something. Does anybody have it handy that you can just put it on there so that Gerald can go ahead and see where it's at? But I think it was one of only 2 videos that he did that day on February the 7th, Gerald. I hope that helps. 195. I hope the video was sent to FBI. Me too, 195. No doubt about it. Thank you for being here. Oh, geez. My mother knows I'm following the case and just sent me a bogus link asking if it was true. It said Nancy was found under their home. So much misinformation out there. No doubt about it. There's some crazy people in those hills, as Fan would say. Norma, okay, Marianne, thank you. Norma, okay, thank you, DD. 195 video. If 857 Tucson has that video, 195. Hell, Sheriff rode by a few times when Voices was out there, I think, but didn't stop. Very probable. I mean, that guy don't get out very often, at least in that neck of the woods, unless he has to. Psychic Girl says, put a beard on that guy. He looks like a perp of the sketch. Yes. Yes, I think it's pretty damn close personally, but that's just an opinion. Vanessa, Didi, that what I've been trying to tell you, I have that clip and I've emailed it to you. Let me look at it real quick. Hang on a second. Let me look at it. Okay, I'm not seeing it there. So let me look here. Hang on. Hang on, everybody. Keep it going, everybody. Keep that chat going. Let me see. Huh? Okay, there it is. There it is. I just saw it. It just came up. It just came up. All right. All right. Here you go, everybody.
57 Tucson. Have you heard of that one?
No, never.
Yeah, that's the.
You make me famous? Shout out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Join the channel.
I will. Damn.
On YouTube and Facebook.
How's this been going? You guys been here for a minute.
7 days now.
You guys want to be here for
Until Nandy's found.
If not, then
Eventually, I guess everyone's got to go home.
yeah.
You just come drive to check it out?
No, I had a delivery. I delivered to this house.
Oh.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I hope you safely find her, right? Yeah, hopefully she's found safe. And how about the neighbors? How they feel?
Well, the neighbor yesterday came and brought a tip over. So
Look at his smile.
How about the neighbors? How they feel?
Trying to say, well, the neighbor yesterday came and brought a tip over. So
see that look? How he went?
Trying to, if they have surveillance footage or anything like that. Well, safe travels out there.
Thank you, sir.
Follow the channel. 856.
All right.
857.
Did you hear that? Psychic Girl, he wanted to ask. Didi, I remember emailed it to you. Move it over. We can't see it. All right, I'll play it one more time.
572.
God dang it. Hang on.
Tucson. Have you heard of that one?
No, never.
Yeah, that's the.
You make me famous? Shout out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Join the channel.
I will. Damn.
On YouTube and Facebook.
How's this been going? You guys been here for a minute.
7 days now.
You guys want to be here for
Until Nandy's found.
If not, then
Eventually, I guess everyone's got to go home.
yeah.
You just come drive to check it out?
No, I had a delivery. I delivered to this house.
Oh.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I hope you safely find her, right? Yeah, hopefully she's found safe. And how about the neighbors? How they feel?
Well, the neighbor yesterday came and brought a tip over, so everybody.
See that look on his face?
Trying to say, well, the neighbor yesterday came and brought a tip over, so everybody's kind of, trying
See
to,
that look?
if they have surveillance footage or anything or anything like that. Well, safe travels out there. Follow the channel, 857.
All right. Are you guys good with that? So, and you look at his mannerisms, you look at his vibe, you look at everything that's going on, how he's talking, and it speaks volume. It really does. Marianne April, what do you want to talk about? Cat Lady, you welcome. Michelle's in the house. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Michelle. Good to have you. Psychic Girl, he wanted to ask about the neighbor guys. That's weird. I'm thinking he was wondering if anyone's seen him. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's just the answers and the questions that he had are very suspicious, in my opinion. And anybody who comes by there during that time, right now, like, we always know that the suspect usually goes back to the scene of the crime because they want to know what's going on, right? They get it's almost like a euphoria, like you know, they feel great. They feel like empowered and they want to know what people are saying. So just the idea that he would literally say those things, I mean, you just got to look at it. It's very, very telling. He smiles about the neighbors wondering if they saw anything suspicious. And then as soon as he finds out, he just changes his whole tune. That doesn't happen by accident, folks. April, he acts weird to me. Norma, he looks suspicious to me. L, I have the chills. I had never seen that video before. Cat Lady, he says, oh, yeah, like, oh shit. Gerald, he sure is creepy. There you go, Gerald. Glad I was able to show it to you. I just got it from one of the devil pups. Just sent it to me, so I was able to show it. Psychic Girl, he's like, I'm caught. He's probably online with the other guy until they say neighbors came up with. Then he's like, crap. No doubt about it, Psychic Girl. Michelle says, hello, Devil Dog. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, Michelle. Great to have you. Please, if you're new, like and subscribe to the channel. Here, we just try to give everybody what we know because what we know is what we know, nothing more. Vanessa, he is so weird, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Bridget, that car he's in, so dark in color, someone could think it's black. Oh, no doubt. It is dark. Violet, I would have asked him more questions. Your name, who do you deliver for? I think it was just the idea that it was a prompt too, right? It was like real quick. It wasn't like it was planned. It just happened spontaneous. And sometimes when those things happen like that, those are the best ones because there's no time to prep or to think what you're going to say. It's just on the fly. So that's when you also find out what you really know about this individual, how he acts, what he says. But true, if we could have got more questions, that would have been awesome. Let's see here. Norma says, hello, Michelle. Good to have you, Michelle. Michelle, you can hear someone on his phone saying something in another language. That's why we were thinking he was Middle Eastern, because it wasn't Spanish. It's definitely going to be something else. Body language can say so much, El. No doubt about it. That's a fact. It was stupid. It was a stupid question. How do the neighbors feel, right? Like, what, like, why would you even ask that question? How do the neighbors feel? How in the hell do you think they feel? Are they supposed to feel like, really? But like he was, right? Yeah. How are they supposed to feel like they're celebrating? Just like he was all smiley. And then as soon as 857 told them about the individuals, wham, his whole demeanor changed. Oh no, probably not, Marianne. No doubt. I think 857 was just going in as normal, like this is just another random guy. I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't have thought about it either. Like I said, when I saw this, it caught my attention, and that's the only reason I even dared to look into it because I was like, this is odd. But if I had never seen it, and I seen the original, I remember that guy pulling in the blue car when it first happened, when he first had that first, but it just didn't dawn on me even back then. Anyone send this to the FBI? I'm not sure, Psychic Girl. I would think probably Tucson would have sent it. I would think he's pretty good about stuff like that. Oh, Psycho Girl, someone in chat said they turned in they turned it in back in March. Yes, they did. Fancy hot fancy cat says hi all. Good to have you, Fancy Cat. Thanks for showing that. Wow, the look on his face when 857 said a neighbor brought a tip. Yes, it was priceless. Like, oh shoot, I'm caught. Great job. Have just subbed. I want to go and hear the other language. We'll be back. You got it, Gerald. Thank you so much. Appreciate you and thank you for being here. Every opinion matters in this chat. No doubt about it. Cat Lady, Sue Ellen. Yeah, right. Hello, Fancy. Welcome in, says Al. Michelle, between all of you amazing YouTubers, I don't think it will be long before we find out who he is. We're going to be searching, no doubt about it. Vanessa, when 857 says until Nancy is found, he says, huh? Exactly, no doubt. Well said, Vanessa. And looked shocked. I wondered if he misheard 857 or thought he said Nancy had been found. I think he was actually shocked that somebody would have a tip to give to law enforcement because maybe in his mind he thought no one was there. How could anybody have seen what we did? But it's very possible. Either way, that's a good point. No doubt about it, Vanessa. Good point. Psycho Girl says, thank you. L, you got it. Trisha, Gerald, get the juice for us. No doubt. April, it was right after so many streamers were just like, hey, how are you? L, Geraldine says, thank you for subscribing. Look forward to having you back. Amen. Well said, L. Geraldine, Tricia, will try my best. Laughing out loud. Thank you, Geraldine. Violet, why would you pull weeds to hide a camera when you have big gloves? I'm telling you, I just don't think they were very smart, to be honest, in my opinion. Marianne, give Alex the picture. I'm sure he will be happy to ask neighbors if they seen this person around the neighborhood. Psychic Writer says, but the guy may only be one piece of the puzzle. That's a fact. That's why they need that DNA. Amen. Well said, Psychic Writer. You're 100% spot on. Trisha, sorry, Geraldine. April, thank you all for subscribing and liking the stream. More to come on Come Back. Fancy Cat, hi, 1985. Carolina Girl, DD, new people are asking for your background information. What do they want to know? Tell them to email me, Carolina Girl. If they want to know what they want to know, tell them to email me. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I have no problem. But some information, it is personal. This is not personal. This is the Marine Corps. That's what I'm about. Law enforcement, yeah. Tell them to email me. How about that? Let's do that. Tell them to email me. Thank you. I'm going to check it out to be right back. You got it, Trisha. I'm going to go check it out too. Fanflower, Michelle, everyone, please make sure to click the link below and share the video. Vanessa, the man on the phone said, "We hope that Nancy is found." He did. Inshallah, definitely not Spanish. Yes, no doubt. Bridget, yes, he does act very suspicious. Do you think he could be connected to the Iranian lady who used to live at Nancy's guest house at the casita? It's a possibility. I mean, you can't leave any theory until you validate whether it's true or not, right? So I would say it's just as good as any other lead we've ever had. Just got to be able to know if it's factual or not. Geraldine, out of the interest, what would the value of the car he was driving be? I would say probably, maybe, I would say, I'm just going to guess maybe 17, 18,000, maybe at best, depending how old it is. Tash, the neighbors don't even want them out there. But look here, the YouTubers are the ones that are catching weird behaviors out there. I hope they be thorough who find Nancy, or they're the ones who find Nancy and the perp. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Tash. Thank you for being here. No doubt about it. No doubt. There is my email. If you want to ask me a question, be more to send it to me right there. No doubt about it. There is my email. Gale appears to be a blue card. That's what it appeared to me and several others. Some were saying it could have been black, but I don't know. I just know that that was the car he was in. Oh, Bridget, that's a good question and thought. No doubt about it. Geraldine, if he said in Salah, he is Arabic in origin. There you go. That would make sense. There we go. Timothy, I think he was hoping 857 would say the neighbors are scared. And when he said that the tips, his facial expression completely changed. He sure looks suspicious, no doubt. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me turn on my light. Hang on. Oh, all right, all right. Let's see, let's see. All right, all right. Higher. Okay. Let's see here. Timothy, I think he was hoping 857. Yes. Bridget, L. 1985, thank you. Wild Country's in the house. The guy's name is Chris. And they say authorities did talk to him for approximately 6 to 8 hours, but then let him go. Thank you, Wild Country. Interesting. Never knew the guy's name. Is there any way you can tell us where we can find that info? It'd be nice to be able to look it up and read it, if there's any way. Thank you, Wild Country, and thank you for being here. Wild, how do you know that? But after seeing this video, I think 857 Tucson needs to give video to authorities so they can look at it more in depth. Agreed. No doubt about it. Well said, Wild Country. Just made April. He looks a whole lot like Ted Investigates. I think it might be the eyebrows, maybe, or I don't know. But it's definitely not Ted Investigates. No doubt about it. But hey, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Is it not Ted? It it is not Ted. Thank you, Marianne. No doubt. What is it with Ted? Cat lady, Ted is Italian. Psychic writer, I thought that too could be a brother laughing out loud. Very possible. Yes, cat lady, says Al. Bridget, he does look like Ted, but isn't. Laughing out loud. Wild Country, I took a screenshot and Google searched that way. Got you. Just made April. I just came in and was like, shoot, that's Ted. Jenny from the D. Oh my God, I just found your channel and thought you were going to be dragging on Ted. No, the guy, that wasn't Ted. Oh God, here we go again. It's not Ted, no doubt, right? That is not Ted. That is not Ted. Just made April. Awesome for you guys being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Like and subscribe if you like the channel. In here, everybody has an opinion, everybody has a thought, and it all matters because you matter. Vanessa, April. We don't bash streamers here. Doesn't happen. No doubt about it. At all, ever. We just don't do that. That's just not, it's just not how we roll. Literally. Jenny, that picture looks so much like him. Cat lady, oh my God. Ted don't even talk like that. Period. April, what's with people saying it's Ted now? It's not Ted. It is not Ted. Ted wasn't even around. Ted wasn't even close to. He didn't come into the picture like until what? 2.5 months ago, 3 months ago at best. 2 months ago. Jenny, I don't see the video. I just got here. Sorry, Jenny. Sumsley is in the house. I'm thinking one would need glasses if they really think that. No doubt, right? Sammy J. Yes, for fact. No doubt about it. Well said. Welcome in, everybody. Do me a favor. Click that like. Smash that like button. Please do me that favor. Psychic writer. It's not Ted, but he does look like it could be related. No, he looks a little bit like him, but yeah. I would have said it was Ted, definitely. No doubt about it. Not that he is, says Psychic Writer. You guys have been amazing today. No doubt about it. Amazing. So that's basically in a nutshell. I mean, when you look at all that information, you can't ignore his mannerisms. You can't ignore his how he looked, his appearance. You can't not ignore the fact of how he answered those questions to 857. I mean, and you can't even ignore some of the questions he asked 857. All in all, my God, if this is not a person of interest, I don't know who would be. Because definitely, if I was doing this case, or any other case for that matter, and this man had come forward, or I have come across this individual, he would definitely be a person of interest to me. You know, it could be that he just happened to be driving by. No one said he's the guy. But, you know, ironically, he gets a phone call too, right in the middle of a conversation. I know that's coincidence. because this whole damn case has been about coincidence, right? Everything in this case has been about a coincidence. But the reality is, could that other guy on that phone be the other individual that was involved in this? We don't know. But it's not crazy to think like all you got to do is think outside that box, you know? But this guy here definitely would be somebody I would be talking to. And I think every other law enforcement would be having a chance to either talk to him or at least keep an eye on him. That's just my opinion. Summies. Just made April. Didn't see the video either. Psychic. It's not dead, but he does look like he could be related. Extremely suspicious. No doubt about it, Al. Marianne, April, I heard that one all already. Me too, Marianne. April, Marianne, I did too. Psychic Rider, I believe there was 2 to 3 people involved. See, I'm right there, Psychic Rider. I think there was every bit of at least 3, possibly 4. But we know, or we suspect, that there was definitely more than one. That would be fair to say. But then again, who knows? There's no information being given. Psychic Rider says 2 to 3. Trisha, so just playing the video and he's on the phone with someone with a very heavy ME accent. The guy told him to ask how the neighbors feel. Then he said some other thing, but not in English. Yes. Yes. Why would the guy in the phone want to know how the neighbors feel? Interesting. If that's what he said, because it was hard for me to hear exactly what he said, but if that's what he said, how? Why would that individual on the phone want to know how the neighbors were? I mean, if he really cared a lot, he would have went with his friend, for a better lack of words. Then again, maybe he's not in the country, or then he is in the country. You know what I mean? It's just a very odd encounter. Really, it's just an odd encounter. And in my opinion, yes, it's my opinion that he's definitely a person of interest. Without a doubt. No doubt. What do you all think? Interesting for sure, says April. Bridget, I would run a complete background check on him. Wouldn't you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Goes without saying. No doubt. If I think he's a person of interest, I'm not saying he's a suspect. I'm not saying he's a perp. I'm saying a lot of things just doesn't add up. And in my gut feeling, and I roll with my gut feeling, okay, I would say yes, I would definitely be looking into this individual just to see his whereabouts. Nothing else. If nothing shows up, okay, then it's nothing. It's a nothing burger. But if it's a damn Whopper, then you got the Whopper. I mean, I'm just saying, it's just, to me, it's just common sense. Bridget, Violet, the only delivery driver I heard they questioned was involved in the SWAT raid at the border. Interesting, Violet. Thank you. No doubt. Jenny from the D, is there a way to enhance that audio? I'm sure there is. I just listened to it today, so that's why I ran with this. I listened to it today, and I started thinking about it. I started, writing everything that I was going to talk about. I really haven't even analyzed it to the point of trying to decipher what exactly he was saying. But you think somebody would have done that by now? And when I mean somebody, I mean like maybe law enforcement, I mean, they watch a lot of these streamers, so they had to see that encounter if it made sense to them. Scares me what this world is coming to. No doubt about it, Trisha. Psychic writer, if I were an investigator, I know what this guy had for lunch in 83. I'd check him out so deep. That's no doubt. I am with you 110%. And it's not about anything other than it just fits the narrative. You know, what narrative is that? Well, that the guy looks and acts suspicious. His questions at that moment are very suspicious. His actions and his demeanor, very suspicious. I don't know how else to put it in all honesty because, some people, will not see it. But in my opinion, that's exactly how I would roll, in my opinion. Scares me. Trisha, scary part is that this stuff happens every day. This case is getting a lot of attention, but so many do not. That is a fact. No doubt about it. That is a fact. April L, so true and sad. Trisha, yes, true. L, 1985. We are just hearing more and more from social media. Well, you got to look at who the person is, right? You're going to hear a lot more because the person is related to a high profile person in Savannah. That's her mom. So you're going to hear that. But you're right. I wish to God we could give everybody literally information. I wish to God we could give everybody that attention, if you will. But it's just not feasible. L, April 100%. Jenny, maybe nobody has given this to LE. Somebody stated earlier in the chat that they did, but yeah, just leave it at that. Oh, Trisha, yes, exactly. Jenny says, turn it in. You never know. That is true. That is true. That is definitely true. No doubt about it. Click that like, everybody. Do me that favor. I mean, because social media, we are hearing more of these things happening all over like it's always been there. We just didn't hear. That's true. That's well said, Trisha. No doubt about it. For all there's a lot of negative things, in my opinion, with social media. And there's also some positives with social media. And I'm not sure really when you dissect it all, which is greater, which is less than. All I can tell you is we are hearing things that back 30 to 40 years ago, we would have never heard. Literally. Just never would have known. It would have been a little thing in your newspaper, probably at the blotter section, and that was it. Or unless you knew the family that was going through whatever was going on. But did Pima County let the FBI watch it? I have no idea, Violet. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the Pima County Sheriff's Office let the FBI do of anything because they still have this case. And that was something that Chris from the interview room brought up. They're still running. I thought literally that the FBI had the case. I thought after Nano said that he wasn't talking to Savannah, that basically meant that the FBI had taken over. And I could have seen something on AI thinking it was real. It's very possible. But on the interview room, which I support and watch, I literally heard them say that no, Pima County is still running this case. So, yeah. Trisha, yes, because the media otherwise only puts out bits and pieces in what they're told. That's exactly. Trisha, so true. I appreciate the streamers bringing light to it. Me too, no doubt about it. Psychic writer, I looked him up on Google Lens and it said the individual appears to be Middle Eastern or North African descent. Yeah, I would probably go with only the Middle Eastern, only because I've heard that before during Desert Storm when I was out there. So yeah, just saying that's my opinion, but it very well could be something else. Bridget, that's why I want to know, has the FBI seen this video of this person? Maybe I'll shoot 857 and ask him. I'll shoot him a I'll shoot him a question and ask him if he went ahead and submitted that information. Psychic Writer, me too. April, if you all want a recap from beginning, go to Faithful Servant 777. Thank you. Appreciate that. Whew, this has been a long one. How long have we been running, April? How long have we been going? Or L? My Lord. This thing just took off. Very good questions. Very good comments from people. No doubt about it. Interesting how the neighbors really don't want the streamers there and are doing really crazy stuff to keep them away. I agree wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. And many of these people would have probably called, literally, Nancy, her friend. Al says 241. Wow. Wow, that's a while. That's about 41 more than we normally go. But hey, that's what happens when people start catching word on who you are, who you're about, what you guys talk about. You know, there's not any grabbing ass here. It's all about literally talking about substance. And to me, that's what I like to consider. We talk about substance. April, are you confused again? Jenny, it's really strange. Marianne, April, I am confused again. Bridget, Savannah's private investigator may want to see this video too, but we don't know how who the private investigator is. I'm sure they would find ways to contact people that they want to talk to, or that if they could talk to some people, they'll find a way. I mean, these are people that are very experienced and know what they're doing. A lot of them are prior law enforcement. Most of them are prior law enforcement with many years of tenure. So the idea that if they really listen to what's going on, they may go ahead and reach out. Literally, I could see that. In all honesty, that wouldn't be very hard for them to do. And more joined us thanks to the word being spread. Amen. Thank you to everybody who spread the word. Psychic Writer, she has a team now, Bridget. Yes, she does. We're down at 10%. Everybody, just want to let you know. Down 10%. We got about 5 minutes left, and we're going to have to wrap it up. Not because I want to, but because I don't have a choice. Trisha, I wonder if those kids that were out there one afternoon acting like kids were the ones putting the do out there. Total kid thing to do. It's possible. It is very possible. Then again, the way some of these people who live there in the Catalina foothills, they act sometimes like they're little kids and immature by how they act and what they say. April Marianne, we need that name to add to our list. LOL. Marianne, you are the sleuth. You are the one that can find it. But I will help you too and see if we can figure out who this guy is. It would be interesting to know. L, very glad to see the channel growing like this. Lots of good thoughts and ideas. No doubt about it, L. No doubt about it. Marianne, I am naming him the No Name Guy. There you go. The No Name Guy. Tegan is in the house. Tegan, I just saw you. What's going on? Good to have you. We're down to like less than 5 minutes, my friend. Topic in Morning DD. Whew. Maybe we just do a recap on what we talked about. How does that sound? Because, man, this has literally worn me out. I'm not going to lie. Topic in the morning. I know we normally go in the morning with one of the scientists that have gone missing, but maybe we just do a recap. What do you all think? Tell me your all's opinion. Tell me your all's opinion. DGAM, topic in the morning, DD. Tell me, April, what's your opinion? Trisha, true. Red. Red's in the house. Bring Nancy home now. Amen. Welcome in, Red. We don't have much time left, but hey, we'll welcome you anytime. We usually come out at 9 a.m. and at 5 p.m. Monday through usually Sunday. You know, that's usually our time stop. Our time stamp is usually 9 a.m. Monday through Sunday and 5 p.m. Eastern time. Both of them are Eastern time. 9 a.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Sunday. Sometimes we take a break, no doubt. Not very often. Trisha, was he the guy driving around with the lady screaming and hanging out? I don't, I don't think so, honestly. But, once again, we don't know who was even stopped. They never gave that information. They never gave that information on who was the person that was stopped. They said they stopped him. Nano said they made contact, and that had nothing to do with Nancy. But as we're finding out, there's a lot of things that he said that literally are not panning out, for a better lack of words. Thanks, Devil Dog and Pops. Have a peaceful evening. Justice for Nancy, you got it, fan. Thank you for being here. Bridget Psychic, yes, I remember she has a team now. You mentioned it. Tigam, hello, L. Trisha, was he the guy driving around the lady screaming, hanging out in the car? We're not sure about that, Trisha, no doubt. Haven't been able to put that together on this individual. Jenny, have a great evening, everyone, and nice chatting with you all. Right back at you, Jenny. Psychic writer, one of those was found deceased. Marianne, recap. We will do a recap tomorrow morning at 9. We will do a recap tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there. We will do a recap. Sounds good. Now we have this no-name guy. It's all right because we have Marianne on board. Bridget, DD, you opened a whole new can of worms. I know. I get it. This was a long one, no doubt about it. But hey, thank you so much to 857. Appreciate all his information and fact gathering and all his information that he got. And the same with Doug going live Northport. Thank you so much, guys. You guys, I'm just expanding on what you bring to the table. That's it. But you guys are the ones that literally had information there. So thank you. Much appreciation. And that's why I follow you both. We're going to do a recap tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there. Do the recap. We got it. Psychic writer, after a year, I didn't think they'd find her alive, sadly. No doubt. L, very slim chance writer. Venus, how do the neighbors feel? Words of an estate agent bringing down the property prices. Well said, Venus. Well said. We'll be on tomorrow at 9 a.m. if you'd like to join us. Bridget, Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Bridget, yes, recap would be good. You got it. April, 9 a.m. recap. Join us. Marianne, we have Nanos and now No Name Guy. Marianne, thank you for being one of our moderators. Appreciate you and always love to hear what you have to say. Groundsky, have a great night, everyone. Groundsky, thank you for everything, my friend. Psychic Writer, you have a good night, buddy. Catch you later. Good night, Chad. Good night, everybody. No Name. People don't talk about the reason why El Menso went down. April, have a rest of good evening, everybody. Trisha, thank you. You welcome. El, welcome in as a mod. Marianne, No Name. No one knows why. Semper Fi, everybody. God bless. Always remember, it's common sense, everybody. It's all common sense. Semper Fi, everybody.